We're simple girls. We like 3 things. We like iced coffee, we like crafting, we like a little guy, a little thing. I just happen to be sitting outside of an estate sale that is full of just that. Apparently, this estate sale is full of crafting supplies and miniatures, the best dioramas and teeny tiny 1/16 scale items that you could ask for. And we're asking. We're climbing the walls for this. It's Friday afternoon. I don't have work, so let's go cause a ruckus in this estate sale full of tiny things. So a fun little detail, I've had this wrapped up bit of money for years. It was a Christmas present a couple years ago from my parents, and it says it's for refillery or coffee or thrifting or crafting or sewing or Japan shit. Japan shit. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I don't know how much money's in here, and this is gonna decide how many tiny things you're able to buy at this estate sale. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're gonna be able to get so much with this. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Say thank you. This is for you too. Okay, let's go. Sorry, that felt really rude to point at you. Give myself a little bit of my own medicine. Okay, let's go. Hi, how are you? Thanks.
Wait a minute, is that the famous YouTuber?
Oh my god.
Girl, be for real.
Starting off strong. How fun are we talking though? Uh-oh. I'm getting this. The thing about estate sales is you never really know the story behind the home or the reason for the sale. Sometimes the reason is pretty sad, and sometimes it marks a new chapter in someone's life. But either way, how lucky are we to get to share in a part of someone else's story? While I was looking around, I couldn't help but put myself in their shoes. I mean, my estate sale someday might look very similar to this. A treasure trove of hobbies on display. And I think that idea might be kind of scary to some people, almost like their entire life is boiled down to the material objects that they leave behind. But that just isn't true. I mean, it's a part of the story, but the physical artifacts of our world, whether it's cave paintings or clay figures or miniature bedspreads lovingly sewed by hand, these artifacts are always part of a bigger story. $10. If you've spent any amount of time on this channel, you know this sweet, sweet prince of a boy. Come here. This is Kashi. Kakashi Kobayashi Martin, if you were wondering. And while every day is Kashi Day, May is National Pet Month. Did you know you got one of those? So it's the perfect time to treat our pups to treats and toys that they'll love, which is why I'm so excited to say that the sponsor of today's video is Bark. Bark has developed these ridiculously nutritious and seriously tasty treats, and we're gonna put them to the test and see which one Kashi's gonna bestow his favor upon. Stop trying to cheat. Will it be Clucky Nuggy Yums, Fruity Toot Loops, which I'm convinced they made in our honor because we're so toot. Beefy Toot Loops, which are new. How exciting. Lucky Duckies. Yeah, They're shaped like ducks. Or the Go Nutties. If it were me, I'd probably go for the Fruity Toot Loops, but I think he's gonna go for the Clucky Nucky Yums. He was eyeballing them. Okay, let's go get him. Kush kush. All right, buddy, you ready? This is the major league. You can't make a bad choice, but I think you know the right choice. Okay, go. Oh, I knew it. Is he just gonna go straight down the line, conveyor belt style? I'd say they were a smash hit. He went back for the Fruity Toot Loops. So if you think your furry best friend would like to try out these tasty treats, you can now find Bark toys and treats online and in-store at PetSmart. Thank you, Bark, for providing the sweet treats that we all know Kashi deserves. Now, back to the video. Well, 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 look where we are. My old nemesis. You excited for the day that me and Ohio Thrift partner up? That's gonna be a redemption arc. It hasn't happened, but like, maybe. Anyways, today, I'm thrifting for you guys. So if you see me buying something for myself, smack it out of my hand with force. Here's the deal. In like 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Whatnot, auctioning off a bunch of DIY pieces of clothing, some thrift flips, t-shirts, that kind of thing, and I gotta make them. Haven't totally decided if I'm gonna paint on clothing, if we're gonna embroider some clothing or make some appliques, but we can decide that later. For now, we just need to find a bunch of blanks. I'm focusing mostly on just like white as the body and a bunch of different sizes and natural materials like cotton. That's where we're starting, but we might branch out. So, I have a lot of stuff. Quite a collection. We have socks we can customize. We've got sweatpants. We've got unisex t-shirts. We've got flouncy little lingerie silky moments. I need to parse through this. I definitely don't need everything as much as y'all would probably like sale with 1,000,000 items in it. I simply do not have enough arms to make 1,000,000 items. Yet, who knows what the future holds. I'm not gonna lie, I just got this sweatshirt from my friend Chloe. Thanks, Chloe. It's a little vintage customized applique, and like, I kind of want to make more of these little beribboned animals. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, I need to sort. I'm procrastinating. Isn't this so pretty? Too much. Oh my god. So like, where do we even start? You know, I guess I could start by saying I'm still loving my office redo. I mean, how cozy, you know? Every morning I wake up and I think, I get to go be in my office, which I have not felt in a long time. A long time. I come in and I turn on all my little lights. I bring my coffee. Sometimes I just sit on the floor, you know? I just sit on the floor. Kashi likes being in here now too because he has a new rug to run around on, to stretch on in the morning. So anyways, I figured I could show y'all what I got from the estate sale. Also what I got from the thrift store, although next week's video is going to be all about the stuff I got from the thrift from the thrift store. Okay? Sorry. Because we're going to be thrift flipping as many of them as I can. Like dozens of them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can get done. Anyways, let's start with what I got from the estate sale. Oh, now was there an absolute dragon's horde of miniatures at that house? Yes. Whoever lived there was a prolific crafter. But did I want to bring any more tiny little things into my house after I just finished a very intensive declutter? Not really. Not really. You want a strawberry so bad. But what I did get are things that are very useful and or very special. So we're gonna start with these. What good is a wooden bowl if it's not full of a delicious fruit, you know? I love a wooden kitchenware item. Oh, these are good. Strawberries were only like $1.50 at Aldi. Run, don't walk, I guess. What was I saying? Oh yeah, wood. I've been on a slow but steady mission to replace all of my dishware with beautiful wooden versions. And so far we had plates, we had little salad bowls, and this kind of completes the collection with these beautiful big bowls. Shallow enough to kind of be used as a plate if needed, deep enough to really be able to pack stuff in here. These are gorgeous. And they're special too. So these are the brand Munising. And upon doing some research, I learned that these are made in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, or at least they were made. I'm not totally clear if they're still making some each year, but the Munising, someone's gonna correct me in the comments, I just know it.
Hey everyone, it's the Scott Man. We're live here in Munising, Michigan, and we're right along Lake Superior, and oh boy, the breeze actually feels awesome.
Woodenware factory started in 1911 and it closed in 1955. And I think these are pretty old because apparently the ones that just have the straight script probably means it's from the mid 1930s to about 1940, which that looks straight to me as opposed to arched, which the newer ones are. This is all according to DeborahHallLifestyle.com. Thanks, Deborah Hall. I'm down a rabbit hole right now. I'll be right back. It says that individual bowls can range from less than $10 to nearly $100 depending on condition. And as you can see, these are beautifully kept. Shiny. We made salmon bowls last night and used these and so good. And I know by having mostly wooden kitchenware, I'm signing myself up for a literal lifetime of hand washing, but I don't really mind if I'm hand washing something so beautiful, you know? And if you're a wooden kitchenware hater because you think it's unsanitary because it's porous or something, well, you don't have to worry about it because you're not the one using it. So that's great for you and for me. What's next? Sorry, Kashi. Thanks. You did see me find this sweater, I think, in one of the closets at the estate sale. It's this Angora blend little cardigan, and the second I touched it, I said, that's too soft to do anything but buy. And I don't regret it. Well, maybe a little bit because it sheds like the dickens. I just rubbed it up against my shirt and it is covered in fluff. So, you know, there's a bit of a trade-off if I want to rock this guy. But it looks real cute hanging off the back of my chair. You know, I feel like I have stuff in my teeth. Nope. Okay, back to functional items. I found this. I'm so sorry, Kosh. Thank you. Made in Japan cutting mat. Look at this tag. I just love those colors. It's so cool. I feel like you can never have enough cutting mats. And also they're usually so stupidly expensive. Like this, if I were to buy it new, $30, $40. I don't actually know, but it was $6. You can use this for collaging. It can use this for cutting sewing patterns or just as a work surface if I'm like painting or something and don't want to get my table messy. I feel very industrial designer with this, and I think it's gonna go on my drafting table. Oh yeah. And then finally, I grabbed some cassettes for Gus, because in a recent video you saw that we recently purchased an old truck, a 1993 Toyota truck named Bluebell. She's perfect. And she does have a cassette player, and we were like, well, guess we gotta find some cassettes somehow, huh? Sorry, Kashi's right here. I was telling him. I thought he might be interested too. So I got him some Willie Nelson, a favorite. I got him some Louis Armstrong, another favorite. And then I got him, what's it called? I think Smoky Mountain Christmas. That'll come in handy in a couple months. And that's all I got. And I wanted to say thank you to the sweet folks at Sales by Holly. That's the estate sale company. They run the best estate sales in Columbus. If you're not following them on Instagram, they always have great previews. And the folks working there, especially Brandon, helped me feel so welcome. So thank you. Thanks for having me. If you're in Columbus or Central Ohio, do not hesitate to visit a Sale by Holly. You heard it here first. And now let's talk about what I got at the thrift store. Oh boy. Got anything to say to the people? Not even a burp or anything? Hi. Did I just drop hundreds of dollars at the thrift store to fill up this rack? Yeah, baby. One of the main reasons I even started this YouTube channel was so that I could justify spending money at the thrift store. I was like, well, maybe if eventually I start making money from YouTube, then my thrifting budget will just like be taken care of. Anyways, thanks YouTube for these beautiful blank pieces of clothing that will be changed in the next week or so. I'm saying this before I've done it, so there is a chance that this plan could blow up in my face. If it does, don't say anything to me about it, because I'm sure I'm already pissed off. Send me good vibes and let me show you some of the pieces I found. So Ohio Thrift, I've mentioned before, usually has a bunch of clothing that is new. It's just at the thrift store. Like they buy out wholesale or dead stock or overstock items from large retailers, which usually makes me mad because I don't want new stuff. I want weird old stuff. But in the case that I'm going to be DIYing on items to give to other people, sometimes it's nice to start with something that's brand new, even though it's still secondhand, so that it's in good shape. There's no stains, no holes, that kind of thing. Anyways, that's the case for most of this stuff. We've got some cool boxy crew neck tees. We've got some little periwinkle button-up sweaters, and I'm anticipating appliquing on the sweaters, painting on the t-shirts. We have some little one-off pieces too. Like this I thought was so cute with these little cinchies on the side with some like blurry flowers painted all over this. I can't wait. I can't wait! We've got a couple different little vests situations to paint and applique upon. Ooh, this skirt is cute. Look at this. You got this little linen number. That's just begging to be DIY'd in some way, shape, or form. Also, and I'm really excited about this, there were a bunch of overstock tights that are secondhand, but they're new, so no one has worn them before, that I thought it would be fun to paint on and dye as well. There's just a whole swath of items that I can't wait to get my grubby little paws on. Anyways, next week I'm gonna have so much more information on this, so if that sounds interesting, make sure you come back. If you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribed so we can hang out every time I post. It's free. It lets YouTube know that this is a cool, fun little corner of the internet. Why did that scare me so much? Ooh. So yeah, stay tuned for more info. That's all I've got for you. Thanks so much for coming around with me to 2 different awesome secondhand shopping adventures and experiences. We've been to some really cool estate sales on this channel. We went to one in Monterey, California. We went to that artist's art supplies estate sale. We went to this miniature one. Who knows what's coming next? And if you have any requests for things to paint on these items of clothing, drop them down below. In a recent video, I kind of did this whole like daffodil meadow scene. For these, I was thinking maybe more singular objects, like animals, chairs, lamps. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And until then, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you. Okay, bye. You do still stink, but like in a good way. I know I haven't said it recently, but you do. Okay, love you. Bye.